Hello, I got Ripe from Great Notion. I've had very few Great Notion beers. They trickle to the Boston area occasionally. I mean, pretty rare, very rarely actually, and they're pretty expensive. Um, I guess I've had this on draft once a couple years ago. I said it's sort of Trillium-like. It's 7% alcohol hazy IPA canned December 5th, so it's a little bit over a month old. And the place where I got it, they keep everything cold, so it should be in fine shape. Just Citra Hops Hazy IPA. There you go. It uses Lupomax also, Citra Lupomax. Lupomax is lupulin powder that has been compressed into pellets, so I guess you can kind of easily use it sort of like normal hop pellets. Lupulin powder is just the flavor crystals. They usually cryogenically freeze hop cones, smash them, and just take the flavor crystals, the active bracteol stuff, and not the leafy stuff. So you can use a lot of it in a beer and have it work out well. And not get a lot of plant matter in there and stuff that can cause problems. So that's not super murky hazy. Head's pretty nice. I poured it a little hard. There you are. And it's smelling Trillium Fort Point-esque already a little bit. A little bit of a different thing going on. Almost more of like a generic yeast aroma. Yeah, not my favorite. It just smells like a million other Citra IPAs that use London Ale 3 yeast, and it has this sort of super duper candy-ish juicy fruit note. It just smells like it's gonna be sweet cake and candy. I want some bright, vibrant fruit notes. We'll see how it smells or how it tastes, but am I going to regret spending $21 on a 4-pack? I mean, it smells pretty good, but it's like just like all just juicy fruit gum, cake, candy, sweet stuff. When I really inhale, there's like maybe some like canned pineapple, peaches and syrup. And that head's actually not that great. It's dying down pretty fast. It's not thick and rich. A little bit more with some citrusy notes, but still just cake and candy. And this is what I guess people go crazy over. A little bit of a chalkiness to it, but not a burn. But it's like that the head on that is not great. And it's just kind of it's so candy yeasty forward. Like, this is one of the reasons I kind of got tired of Citra, at least Citra by itself. This is going to happen, especially when you're trying to get all this estery, candy, banana, almost Laffy Taffy forward yeast fermentation, and then just throwing Citra and not something that has a little bit more bite to it or something that's not as sweet and candy like. The feel is surprisingly not too bubbly and it doesn't have too much of a bite to it. I mean, it's a lot of flavor, a lot of feel. It could be definitely softer. It's definitely not silky at all in any way. It might be a little overcarbed. But $21. Why are they sending this over here to New England where, I don't know, there's a million beers that are around this quality. This is definitely going to be a blender for me. I guess it's if you get a beer that's like doesn't have the candy estery notes, and I'll blend it with this. Maybe this might blend well with like excuse me, like non-alcoholic IPA. Except that this has a bite, and a lot of non-alcoholic hazies that are good have like kind of a bite to it. This one's not very soft. It really seems like some brewery going after a Trillium style. Um, and sometimes Trillium's beers are not great, but a lot of times they knock them out of the park and they have this really unique character to them. They get so much aroma. They have a somewhat unique yeast profile. This one is just kind of generic to me. It's good. Let's see if there's any sediment. Yeah, there's a little bit of definitely a coarseness to it. Like, but it's not much of a throat burny thing. It's coarse, a little powdery, I guess, at first. It's drinkable though, for sure. But it's just like papaya and like a little splash of like orange soda in there, but also like lots of Laffy Taffy, juicy fruit gum, almost bubble gum, almost banana, more pear or something. Which, I mean, this is, I think, what a lot of people were blown away by when Citra Hazy IPAs were storming the world, circa starting 10 years ago or so. But it's not, I feel like if they've been doing this for like 10 years, like, they haven't really refined it that much, but at least in terms, I would say mostly for the feel. Like, I can't complain about the taste and aroma. Like, it's what they're going for. It's what a lot of people want. What they had in the feel, just like bubbly, coarse. There's some body to it. It's not too sweet. I was afraid it was gonna be too sweet and like syrupy. And it does have some like slight sort of like passion fruit. It's getting more, actually more fruity as I drink it. More pulpy, more of like a mango orange. So yeah, the flavor's definitely improving. Sort of a mango orange thing's coming out more, like very sweet mango orange though. It's not all cake and candy. It's juicy, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Just a little coarse. But I just get worried when I have a beer like this and it just smells like so yeast ester forward, and is that just like what they're depending on? But it's got a good amount of hops in it. But I'll probably never buy it again unless I see it for well under $21. But it's a pretty good beer, and like there's only a little bit of a heat in the throat right now. It's like it's not boozy. Hmm. Yeah, I guess it gives you what you want from Citra. Though I feel like I've had especially some Treehouse Citra focused beers that just took it to the next level with this passion fruit and unique fruitiness and such. But this one's pretty good. I give it a 4 point. There's a little bit of booze in there. I hate rating. I'm so bad at it. I hate to say 4.25. That's what I kind of always fall on to. Maybe 4.26.